All right, guys. So welcome to this live session here with your host, Trading Effects. So as we do every weekdays, we look at the Forex futures and indices market. So I'm glad that you are on this live here. So let me check something here. Let me check. All right, so let's get on to the charts. So put it up here. Boom, boom, boom. All right. All right, so let's do a rundown of what happened yesterday. So yesterday we had at the end, near the end of the session, I think we had a buy signal, but it did the highest point. That was the high of the week, and I started to trade down. So that was the last manipulation here, going down here. So this is where we're at. So that's perfect. So overall, what we're looking for, downward pressure here on in the market. Perfect. So we did have a sell here. Unfortunately, like I said on Wednesday, I missed that entry, so I didn't want to catch the move. So when I'm not getting the best optimal entry, I'm not in. So as you can see, market went towards that previous support level to the T. So now it's consolidated here. So basically that was the actual move on Tuesday for US 30 for a sell. You have NASDAQ. So NASDAQ was trading down. So we did had a manipulation here at the Asian session, went up and now started to break down. This is where we're at right now. It may start to still continue to push down. I was waiting for it to fill up that big fair value gap that we have, and it broke that previous low, like I said. So that is perfect. Now we have SSP 500. Did the exact same thing as US 30. So started to sell off here at Asian on Tuesday, going towards Wednesday, and still going down here as of now. So it's already went towards this previous resistance support zone. So that was that previous low here, consolidated and started to trade a little bit lower here. So the next zone will be those zones here to go down. Perfect. And let's look at the DXY. So DXY, we had it was going on a sell here since Monday, and then hit a support zone that was the previous low here, and now started to bounce off of it, consolidated a little bit for a day or so, and now we had a buy signal here. So that means that we're expecting to go short on Euro USD and GU. So let's look at Euro USD. So that's exactly it. So we had a consolidation here. Now it started to trade down. We did have a buy here, but don't have a confirmed sell yet for continuation. Now GU, same thing. Got some consolidation. Now starting to trade down right now. We do have a big fair value cap at the bottom here, so it could be doing a head and shoulder eventually, and start to go short. So next one to be hit will be this one right here for a sell. And let's look at the US CAD, Euro CAD. Euro CAD was is bearish here, so it's been bearish here from here. Now basically consolidated a little bit, so we're going to see exactly if it's going to break on the downside for a sell. And let's take out Euro odd. Euro odd should be a sell too, since DXY is going along currently. So we were briefly going up, so waiting for sell setup on that. Euro CAD should be going up here. That's exactly it. So we had a buy signal here. Still bullish here currently on that. And let's look at the JPY. The JPY should be starting to reverse eventually. Yeah, so it's consolidated here. So the last signal was a sell. So looking for a buy on on USD JPY overall. And let's look at gold. Gold was waiting for a sell setup, and that's exactly it what we have here. So we had a sell. So right now you could start to retest that previous resistance here to start to go short. All right, and let's look at the Bitcoin. Yesterday was 110, so we're 111 right now, 111K. So making all-time highs right now. So for the last couple of days, bullishness on Bitcoin. So as you can see, everything is bullish. Last signal was buy, so we had a signal here on Tuesday on Tuesday on the 20th. We had a buy signal here. Since then, it was rallying up. And let's look at, I'm just going to change that place. XRP will be the second here. So XRP is looking bullish here right now. Now it's at $2.41. We had a buy signal right here. Currently looking bullish from that previous high that we had at 263, 265 that was done this last week. So we do have ETF, ETF for XRP in the States that that's going live today. We had the CME CME futures that accepting XRP as to be traded on since Monday. I think there was like 30 million in volume on the first day. So it's not yet reflecting on the price of XRP, but with the regulation here coming up in regards to the Genius Act for stablecoins, it should help out all the markets to start to pump here. So usually Bitcoin starts to pump first, and then afterwards the altcoins that includes XRP, Ethereum, all the other altcoins will start to pump. So I'm expecting to have some movement here by June, July. So it's almost June here in a week or so. So that will be perfect overall. Perfect. So let's look at that. So we're waiting for any setups here, but overall, like I said, on indices, we're looking for bearishness on indices. German is starting to trade down. US 30 and SSP 500 already did the move for the week, so it should be out of those trades. After the signal that I gave here, that I explained on Wednesday, fortunately the signal came in on Tuesday Asian session, Tuesday night Asian session. Usually, I wasn't paying attention at all with the market. I was waiting for a setup on London, but it gave the setup in Asian, so I didn't want to chase the price, but it went towards that previous support here. Like I said, it was going to go. But my first target was right here, and then the next target was right here, just to fill out that gap here that we had at the top. So we still have some leeway here at the bottom after that big rally that we had on US 30 and all of the indices. So that's what we are expected. So if it's the first time on my live, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I always do live sessions here on YouTube at the New York session. So from 9 a.m. until roughly 10:15. And I have two London sessions here, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, from 2 a.m. until roughly 3:30, 4 a.m. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Okay, so what you're seeing here is my own indicator here. That's called the Wyckoff AI. So you have a volume-based indicator with a Wyckoff method included. And on top of that, you have the levels that you see here. It's the high-low level indicator. So that is calculating some support and resistance levels, key levels to look for in regards to any market. And it's going to load automatically when you change charts. And basically what I'm waiting for is an actual signal and a bounce off of previous levels here at the left side. And that will basically tell me exactly where to put my stop loss and my take profit. So my stop loss is basically off of previous swings or previous levels on the upside, and my TP is upcoming levels here on the left side that were rated in the past. And that's pretty much the actual logic of the indicator and how I trade. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. So we're just gonna wait for the start of the New York session. So since we already have like sell setups here on all the indices, we're waiting for a buy signal for reversal. So as I always say, market goes up and down every day, and based on my indicator, we're waiting for a buy signal here because we already had a sell. We already had a sell, so every market had a sell here that was created. That's perfect. All right, so let's look at other. Let's see. There's really nothing so far here, guys. So waiting for market to open in about less than 90 minutes here. So hey Leon, I hope you have a great day. I thought you weren't be on this live. It's all good. So nothing to see so far. Still have the continuation from Tuesday's sells on the indices. We had a small pullback on German, but it started to crash. So uh, overall, it was bearish. But a lot of people got stopped out this week, especially in the New York session. So that's why I'm just looking at the market overall and sitting on my hands. There's a lot of news, not uh, on Forex Factory, but impact news overall. So that's what we are looking. So I'm just gonna pause that. Yeah, let me make sure. There you go. All right. Yeah, GR30 sell setup. Yeah, it was a sell setup here, but that was at Asian. We had a sell setup, but it's a consolidation right now, so it didn't broke yet. But as you could see, market was ranging in a zone here since the start of the week. Ranging. Same thing for NASDAQ, I think. Yeah, NASDAQ started to break out of that range. But the two that was flying was US 30 and SSP 500. So we had the sell here at Asian and it started to melt and went to that previous support here. Same thing for SSP 500. Those were like the two best trades here for this week. Went to that previous level here, consolidated. Now it broke out of that level. But those two trades were on Asian session, and unfortunately, I didn't took those trades. I can see 4-hour Wyckoff printed. So yeah, so let's look, see on the 4-hour. Yeah, so you have to wait until that 4-hour is closed for confirmation. So officially, markets seems to be reversing here on the 4-hour, so that's perfect. So we had a buy here, way back down here, and like I said, I was waiting for a sell on German, and basically finished consolidated for a long time. That's exactly what we saw. So that 4-hour candle needs to close to get the sell signal. So basically, in about 32 minutes, that 4-hour candle will close, and then we're gonna have the 10 a.m. Candle that will open. So if we are looking based off of the 4-hour, next zone will be those consolidation zone here, and it needs to break those previous lows here after that consolidation for confirmation going down. All right, so if we look at the US 30, see US 30, we had that sell here right on this candle. This one, yeah, on that doji, and then started to melt. So that's why I say if you want to, like, you could use the Wyckoff on the 4-hour and use other indicators here on the lower time frame if you want to. And this is how the basically the automation will work, is that it's gonna look at the 4-hour time frame and trade off of it, and just have to open the indicator in one direction, and it's gonna take out all of the movement here on that direction. So for example, if you had that buy here and you have the automation, it would have taken only buys setups here going until the next sell setup here, and so on and so forth. So right now we're in a sell on NASDAQ, and I'm going to look at the SSP 500. We should have a sell right about more or less here. Yeah, exactly. So we had a 4-hour sell and started to break down. So still a bearish here on those charts. Now you have set up on more. Okay, Now you're going back and forth, Leon. So 1 minute now. That's on what? On German? I'm looking at the all of them. I put yeah. Yeah, you're talking about the settings on the Wyckoff. So settings is 1 minute, yes, and for on 4 hour, yeah, exactly. Yes, or you could always put on the 4 hour. You could do it. You could put it on the 6 hour higher time frame. So, for example, I'm just gonna show you. It's gonna go back here. I'm gonna put it on the 4 hour here. 4 hour, boom. So on the 4 hour, you have a sell, right? But you could always change your settings here on the Wyckoff. And put it at I think I put it at 6 hours. Is that what I did the last time? Yeah, but keep it at 1 hour, 1 minute for you. So it's pretty simple. The other ones, I'm still testing those the other settings, but keep it at 1 minute for that 4 hour, and you're good to go on that. All right, so market is open. So let's go down on the 15 and see what's going on. Maybe we're gonna have maybe a pullback in the upside. Yeah, right now it's pulling back. So we had a resistance here on US 30. So the Dow Jones. So we may have a pullback and an upside. So next signal that we're waiting for the indices here on the lower time frame will be a buy because we already have a sell. What do you say? What will I put, as you said on 1 minute in, what will it change if I put however? What do you mean 4 minute 4 hour on the 4 hour chart? So 4 hour chart with a 4 hour higher time frame? So if we look at here, we're gonna put it the way that you said, 4 hour, 4 hour. So makes no sense to do a higher time frame needs to be higher or lower. For that section, it needs to be 1 minute, Leon. So keep it at 1 minute. Better like that. Yeah, so like I said, for the 4 hour higher time frame, you need to keep it at the 1 minute, because if you put 4 hour, let's look at 4 hour together. Okay, so put it at 4 hour. So 4 hour, you don't have that sell here. And if we go and look at, we're gonna see if there's a difference on those signals at the bottom. If we put it at 1 minute and 4 hour, go put it on the left side. You see the 1 minute, when you put it at 1 minute, it's more precise. So it's more accurate in regards to the entries than the 4 hour. So if I put it at 4 hour, you see it's a little bit later on the 4 hour. So 1 minute is more precise, and it's going to give you the entries a little bit earlier. Okay, so that's the difference. So I hope that explain the settings here for you, Leon. Even though it says higher time frame, there's different chart time that you could put a higher time frame on it. But especially if you're trading intraday, better to keep it at 1 minute. Okay. Wait, so 9:38. Let's see. Five, 15 minutes here. Perfect. So we're still bearish here on those indices. No signals in regards to going in the opposite way yet. So it's basically currently consolidating. We are Thursday. So be careful. We may have a retracement before the close of the weekly candle. So most of the volume and setups were done between Tuesdays and and this morning. So don't think we're gonna have any setups here today at New York session. So that's that. Like I said, market, especially at New York, not all people were having success in regards to the market. It was going sideways basically on those sessions. All of the volume were done at Asian and London, and most of the people that were trading New York didn't have any luck this week. But as you can see, most of the indicators that we had here with YKPI was at Asian. So the best entry was at Asian for the indices specifically. If we look at the DXY was going up, started to reverse. So exactly what you're seeing here, we had a buy signal. So it's pushing up right now. So after that sell that we had on, let's say here on Monday, so Monday was selling off all week, and now it's starting to reverse. So if we look at the Euro USD, boom. As you can see, it's the exact same thing. So we had a buy here on, that was on the 20th. Tuesday on the 20th. It was buying and then sold off. Now we're going lower. We didn't have a sell yet on on Euro USD, sorry. But the move was done between Tuesday and sorry, basically Monday until Wednesday. So that was the actual move. So it was congruent with the DXY. Same thing for GU. GU, we were bullish here since Sunday. Then retrace and had another entry on Tuesday. So he had basically two pumps in the upside, and now it's consolidated a little bit, starting to go down right now since DXY is going up. And let's look at the AUUSD. So AUUSD, let's check the dates. So you had a buy here at the Asian, exactly at the Asian Sydney. Then you had a sell at London, pre-London, end of Asian session. Then another buy here at Asian. And you have a sell here at Asian session. You had a buy at London here. But overall, you will be in a green here with the AUD/USD. And we had the AUD/CAD that was doing the same thing at the DXY. So if you want to have like something that is similar as DXY, you could trade the USD CAD. It will give you basically the same pattern here as DXY. It's following DXY to the T. So sell off here on the 20th. We had a buy signal here on Wednesday, so that was a good setup here going down on USD CAD overall. I'm just gonna look at the USD JPY. Even USD JPY, same thing. We're selling off here. But it's more choppy here on USD JPY. So we had an up down here. So that was on Monday, sold off. Then you had on Wednesday up and then a down. Now we're waiting for up entry on USD JPY. Let's see here. Also, Bitcoin did a all-time high again. So I think we are 111K. Yeah, 111K. Now it's seems to be doing a higher low here on the 15 minutes. So we'll see if it wants to crash down and get some liquidity at the bottom here. But we had a bullish indication since Monday. So since Monday, the signal on the 15-minute still going up here, still bullish currently. So perfect. And yes, the indicator is working on any instrument, even crypto. So, and let's look at the XRP. XRP is starting to reverse. It's at $2.41. We had a buy signal here. So I'm waiting for continuation in the upside here for XRP. I'm just gonna look at the platinum. Platinum is going up here since Monday. That's perfect. And crude oil, I know that we had some crude oil news yesterday in regards to the inventory. And since then, it was going down. Yeah, so yesterday's news for the inventory here dropped the market. So that was a sell setup here on crude oil. So as you can see, it's following those patterns here to the T. Let's see here. And yes, USD Swiss, same thing. We had a sell here at on Thursday, going down. Now we have bullish here on Swiss, USD Swiss. I'm just gonna change that towards here. Perfect. So that's the run around here in regards to the market. 9:47, no signal. So I don't think we're gonna have any signals today, guys, in regards to the session. But if you want me to look at any other markets than the ones that I already went through, just put them in the chat, and we're gonna look into it together. So not expecting anything today or tomorrow and end of week. But if let's say, in regards to your question, Leon, in regards to the higher time frame, if you're looking to this is the settings that I gave you was in regards to intraday, okay? But if you're looking to swing trade, for sure you need to put a higher time frame. So if that's the case, if you're trading like the 5 minute, 15 or 30 minutes or 1 hour, you just have to put your settings here to the 4 hour, okay? So I'll give you an example here. So I'll change this till 4. Okay, and you're gonna see that there's a big difference here. So this is a swing type of trade. So you have a sell and it's still selling. And here you have a buy, still buying. So that means that based off of the 4 hour, it's gonna filter out all of the noise for you. And we're gonna give you the exact entry here near the top or the bottom of near the top of the start of the trend. Okay, so for the buy, it's right here. The sell was around Thursday of last week. So that settings here is it's good for if you have like if you want to look at other indicators here overall. They'll give you exactly the best entry here for continuation in the downside or the upside, especially if you have automation, the EA that I'm creating. You would just have to wait to get that entry here, the signal for sell. You open the EA in a sell, it, so that it's only going to be taking sells going down, and most of your trades here will win. Okay, so if you're looking to swing trade, Sorry, you have to put your high time frame from 1 minute to 4 hour. But if you're intraday trading, so scalping like you're doing right now, keep it at 1 minute. Okay. So I'll also send you a message on Telegram just to confirm, to send you the confirmation of that. All right, perfect. All right, perfect. I will keep on 1 minute for scalping. All right, perfect. Yes. So I sent you the message here on Telegram in regards to the settings, and I may do a quick video in regards to what to expect in regards to settings and all that stuff. So, all right. So we still have 7 minutes before the top of the hour. All right. All right. So less than 5 minutes before the top of the hour. Let's see here. right. So I'll put it back at 1 minute. All right, so less than 2 minutes. All right, so 10 o'clock. All right. Perfect. So nothing here. Let's see US 30, US 500. Yeah, we do have a fair value gap right here, a big fair value gap. So let's look at US. So US 30, NASDAQ, NASDAQ. So let's switch that. I don't know why it's doing that here. Let me minimize this. Yeah, most of them have a big fella gap here at the bottom here, at the top here. So you may start to go towards those. We're still looking for bullishness here on that. All right. Perfect. So all right, perfect, guys. So we're gonna close it out right now. Like I said, it's really continuation from yesterday's move. So nothing, nothing to look for, but waiting for a buy setup here overall on the indices. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So unless unless anyone had any question, we're gonna close it out right now. We'll be back on tomorrow, New York session again, and see exactly how the market closed out this week. This week was really interesting here in regards to consolidation for a long time. But next week we should have some good setups here overall. All right, guys. So wish you a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll talk and be back tomorrow same time at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another session here with your host Dre FX. All right. So have a great one, guys. Peace.